Hi, hello everybody. Welcome back to our channel, One Question a Day, Learning Incrementally. The question that we are going to see today is a very important question, that is the histology of salivary gland acini. It could be generally asked or specifically asked like serous mucus, serous or mucus or mixed acini. For whatever the type of thing, we are going to give a general idea how to answer these questions. Start with this. The salivary glands are exocrine glands. They are tubular-acinar, meaning they have tubules and acinar structures. Based on histology, salivary glands are traditionally classified as serous acinar, mucous acinar, and mixed acinar. Depending upon the question, you lead further. I will give today an overall view. If it's a serous acinar, write the or draw the diagram first of a serous acini that should contain your serous acini with a pyramidal cell that has zymogen granules and the nucleus placed little bit just above the basement membrane. You should have intercalated ducts. You should have connective tissue septas, blood vessels, and some interlobular jug. It's better to give an example of a serous acinar gland such as parotid glands. In minor salivary glands, you have one Ebner's salivary glands in the tongue. Each of the serous acinar has 8 to 10 cells. They have a small center lumen, which are approximately star to circular shapes and extends into cell called as intercellular canaliculi. The central lumen extends into cells called as intercellular canaliculi. They are pyramidal cells that lie on a basement membrane and surrounded by myoepithelial cells, basket cells. They have three functions. There are three junctions to alter permeability so that they can secrete saliva. They are the zona occludens, zona adherens, and macula adherens. They also have secretory cells called as zymogen granules in the apex, which are seen as multiple blue color dots in the apical region, zymogen granules. Each cell has a spherical nucleus, rough endoplasmic reticulums, Golgi apparatus, vacuoles, and protein secreting. These are protein secreting cells. Okay, the nucleus is just above the basement membrane. Next, a typical mucous acini. Example, palatine glands and glossopalatine glands, serous glands. They should have an intralobular duct. The mucous acini is relatively large with a large lumen. It's more or less, it's not exactly pyramidal, and the nucleus is pushed towards the basement membrane. Okay, a lot of connective tissues are there. They have large ovoid tubular cells, and have a large central lumens that lie along the basement membrane. They are very close to the basement membrane and surrounded by myoepithelial cells, and the apex is empty, unlike in serous cells where they are zymogen granules. The nucleus have a flattened appearance. All others, rough endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, vacuoles are seen, and you will not have zymogen granules. You will not have zymogen granules. That is highlighted here. Mixed acinars has both the properties. Example, submandibular, sublingual, and labial salivary glands. They have both serous and mucous acini. They also have a characteristic structures called as demulunes, which are surrounded or by cells surrounded by serous cells and she-shaped. They lie over the serous cells. Serous demulunes of Guianaceae. They appear like musical cells, but they overlay a serous cells. Their function is to squeeze the ducts. Histology of salivary gland duct. If that is asked, you have to classify it as intratubular or intertubular. Intertubular will be intercalated duct and striated duct. This will be excretory duct. Intercalated ducts are low cuboidal cells having lot of secretory granules with all Golgi apparatus, everything, and a nucleus towards the acinus. Are very close to the acinus. Striated duct. They are long columnar cells with a basal nucleus and striations, which are made up of nothing but lot of mitochondria. Yeah, representation. Excretory duct. They are often pseudostratified columnar epithelium towards the excretory area. Has a mucous layer and then adventitious layer. The mucous layer has columnar shells with brush borders facilitating movement, whereas the adventitious layer is made up of collagen fibers. The clinical significance: inflammation of parotid gland, mumps or viral inflammation, xerostomia, dry mouth when there is less secretions, or acinar destruction, hypertrophy, atrophy may lead to altered secretion of saliva. So this is how you deal with the question of histology of salivary glands, either generally or focusedly as a serous acini, mucous acini, or a mixed acini, or even your glands, that is the tubular structures. I would advise you to draw neat diagrams, especially representative like this, to attract your examiners to fetch more marks. Happy learning and stay connected with this channel to learn more.